So hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you for being here with me. I am Lou and this is today's message. So today I am going to be pulling cards from my Dreams of Gaia Tarot deck. It is the 15th of October. I'm looking for one single card as a piece of guidance, a bit of information, a bit of advice, whatever you need for today. Remember, it is general reading, so it will not resonate with you all. However, please feel free to take what does fit you and apply it to your life in a way that is for your highest good. If you are liking the messages, please remember to give me that thumbs up. And if you're feeling kind and want to see more, please click on that subscribe button. But having said that, let's jump into the cards. I'm going to call on the angels, guides, keepers of light. Please guide me. What message above all messages is in the highest good for us all to receive on the 15th of October? Which one message for the highest good of all do we need to receive for the 15th of October? Let's have a look, shall we? Which one card above all cards? There we go. Nice and easy. We have the Four of Air, I believe. Let's have a look, shall we? Four of Air. Let's see. Let's see. Just trying to find it in this book because it is quite a chunky book. Sorry, it's the Nine of Air. Me and the Roman numerals are absolutely terrible. It's I will learn them one day. I did think I was pretty good, but that just proved otherwise, didn't it? So there we go. We have that Nine of Air. So I will hold it there for you so you can draw in the energy as I read from the book. We have the Nine of Air. The key words are self-awareness, universal consciousness, understanding, insight, vision, imagination, fantasy, and creativity. The Nine of Air represents the imagination and our connection to the universal consciousness or universal mind. It signifies the importance of knowing thyself, for in true knowing thyself, one will know both the universe and the power of the void. Ask yourself, what if the universe we dwell within is actually the mind of another being? What if the universe is in reality a God mind, and we the creation of another being's imagination? What if within our minds there exists universes within universes where creatures that we dream of and imagine dwell in the same way we do here upon the earth, and within their mind are more universes? Like fractals, where the same pattern repeats and creates, our minds contain a universe, and within that universe are creatures and beings who also have universes within their minds. The universe in which we dwell is one of billions existing within the mind that is yet another universe. The pattern repeats in both directions exponentially, creating an infinite number of universes and reality. Now ponder a moment. What if we look within and discover that within the realms of our mind, we create new worlds and realities with our beliefs? We choose to believe in something, and a new world that mirrors that belief is born. We stop believing in something, and that world either evolves with our beliefs or ceases to be completely. Universes overlap, are born and die, forever bound in the life and beliefs of the God mind that created them. What if billions of lives were dependent upon our belief for their very existence? Would it not be wise to believe with understanding and knowledge? Would that not create a universe that is a little more constant and conducive to life? What if we are the only beings within this universe because the God mind in which we dwell is a young mind with limited exposure and at this time only believes in our existence? Pythagoras is credited with saying, "Man, know thyself, and you will know the universe in which gods dwell." Simply put, he believed that to know oneself was to know the universe and the power of the gods, and he is correct. Everything man has within our physical reality that is not born of the natural world was first imagined by man. The television, the phone in your hand, the laptop on your desk, the movies you watch, the car you drive, everything that man has created was first imagined by their inventor. Moreover, when those brave souls voiced their desires to create their new and strange contraptions, they were seen as crazy, eccentric, and foolish. They were told that what they wanted to create was fantasy. At one time or another, everything we have in our present reality was once deemed to be an impossible fantasy, and yet now these things exist and we take their existence for granted. This is the power of the mind, and the mind's true potential has not yet even begun to be understood or known. All we do know is that the only limit to the mind and what it can do is one that we, the individual, place upon it. We are only limited by our imagination, or lack of it. By looking within, learning and understanding the mind and the complex manner in which it controls our lives, and how it has taken our life experiences and used them to influence all we do and all that we are, we can choose to unlearn some beliefs, change our thinking, and embrace a new, less restrictive way of thinking. You can become the God mind that you are, and within your mind you can imagine and make what you imagine into a reality. We live in a society that admires innovation and creativity, and yet paradoxically fear it, and at times actively seek to destroy the desire to create. We may be exposed to teachers who punish those who ask questions and challenge the answers because they know there is a better way. We might be ridiculed by family and friends when we use our imaginations and speak of things that are deemed to be fantastical and unbelievable. But again, in that exists in our present reality was once fantasy and dwelt only in the mind. We may find we are repeatedly trained to reject creative endeavours as a waste of time and effort. The 9 of Air represents the importance of knowing your mind, understanding the beliefs and thoughts that limit and restrict you, and freeing your imagination. Now it is time to embrace innovation and creation. It is time to step into the realms of the unknown and imagined, to enter the void, where your imagination is most powerful, and bring what you find there to life. You are born to universal consciousness. You are capable of greatness, but all too often you may have been punished for seeking it. Nonetheless, it is time to let go of any unconscious bias against creativity and embrace it as the expression of human power and ingenuity that it is. You are as powerful as your mind allows you to be. You are as creative as your mind allows you to be. Don't be afraid to embrace your beautiful imagination. The void in which it resides is the womb that gives birth to a universe that is teeming with life and possibilities. To imagine and create is to make divine magic. You are born of a creative universal consciousness. You were born to create. So wow, that was pretty heavy. Quite confusing to start off with as well. So I hope you're still here. But this is basically just saying that the only limits that you have are the limits of your brain. When you put a limitation on your ideas, on your creativity, on your ideas, etc., that is what is blocking it actually becoming a reality. This is about you really embracing those ideas in your mind, those thoughts, those imaginings, and making them, creating them, bringing them to life. And this is basically saying that you can recreate your life in a way that works for you, that is beneficial for you. If you see yourself as being the next big superstar, you can do that. It's just having that belief and really training your brain to actually bring it out. Stop being put down with the ridicule by other people believing and thinking that you're not capable of doing that. I am going to read from the blockages, the card in reverse, because I do feel that this has a lot of meaning to it too. So I will hold it there. We have, all too often we allow fears, sometimes imagined fears, to prevent us from leading a happy, productive and fulfilling life. We limit our potential because we imagine we will be laughed at. We do not express our thoughts and feelings because we fear that others will do or think of us because we fear what others will do or think of us if we are honest. We imagine failure, and so we may simply not try. The Nine of Air represents the opportunity to use our imagination to banish our imagined fears. You may have a fear of heights, even if you have not fallen in reality, because you have imagined falling. Or you may choose not to take an opportunity and try because you have imagined failure. Likewise, you may reject a potential relationship because you imagine it is not working. But just as you imagine your worst fears, you can also imagine success. When you find your imagination taking you down a negative pathway, you can choose to take control of your dream instead. It is in the power to shift and change all that you imagine. When you see failure, change it to success. When you imagine an ending, instead see a beginning. When you fall, learn how to fly. It is your imagination. It is yours to control, to manipulate and create. Imagine your fears away. Okay, so this is going quite deep into psychology and how the brain works. But basically, I've literally just been reading a post and it was saying about, as an adult, it takes 400 times of doing something in order to create a new synapse within the brain. But when you're a child and you're playing, it only takes 10 to 20. So this is really about applying things in your life. If you are fearful, it's time for you to start rewiring your brain, making new synapses, new connections within the brain to really to benefit you in the future, to stop you feeling these fears, to allow you to be really open with your creativity, to really embrace what you are actually here to do. If you have ideas that others find crazy, that is your idea. And just like all those people that invented the telephone, the TV, etc., they were all thought of as crazy too. The simple as the wheel. People would have thought that would be an absolutely crazy idea, but it's worked. Okay, and it's things that we have become so reliant on in modern day and age. And what I'm feeling is, if you've got imaginations, if you've got ideas, if you've got dreams, if you want to be putting these into motion, don't let others hold you down. It's time for you to start rewiring your brain and believing that just because you can see it, just because you can imagine it, does not mean to say that you can't make it a reality. This is time for you to be moving forward. Do a bit of work on your brain, rewiring your brain, retraining it to be helpful for you, because sometimes the brain is so unhelpful, it's unreal, it keeps you blocked, keeps you playing small. It's time to now rewire that brain, get it working on your behalf, get your brain to be your friend so that you can start creating the life that you want to be living. Okay, so that is your message today. If you're liking, please remember that thumbs up. If you feel called to, click on that subscribe button. But having said that, have a fabulous day. Go out and create. Nothing is holding you back other than your own brain. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.